Strategic decisions are part of every business. The following presentation looks at strategic and non-strategic decisions of a case study organisation. The chosen case study organisation is an international company currently using marketing techniques to increase sales during the last quarter of the year. The former president of General Motors defines strategy as the strategic aim of a business is to earn a return on capital, and if in any particular case the return in the long run is not satisfactory, the deficiency should be corrected or the activity abandoned. Many decisions are made on a daily basis in order to keep a business running. Strategic management can be described as somehow producing a posture and position that will yield acceptable performance at some long-term future point. These decisions are usually made by a high-up management team and the leadership team. They look at many different subjects such as marketing position, growth and profitability. However, not all decisions are strategic. Some decisions are made in order to keep the status quo within a company. These decisions are about the day-to-day running of a company. John Lewis was founded in 1864 as a small draper's shop on Oxford Road in London. John Lewis was converted to a limited company and its profits are now shared out between its staff. John Lewis have since widened their business to not only John Lewis stores, but to Waitrose, Ocado, John Lewis at Home, John Lewis Insurance, John Lewis Broadband, Waitrose Wine Direct, and offer a John Lewis partnership card where customers earn points as they spend money. As well as all of this, they have John Lewis Online that sells to 33 different countries, including France, the USA and Australia. The company also have a wholesale agreement with South Korea, as well as 4 of its own stores with plans to expand this. Christmas advertisements have taken people by storm since they were introduced to the nation by Woolworths in 1978. John Lewis are now infamous for their Christmas advertisements. This year's advertisement was launched online on November 8th and on TV a day later on the 9th. It follows the story of a hero and a bear in the run-up to Christmas and ends with the tagline, "Give someone a Christmas they'll never forget." During the 24 hours after the release of the advert, it was mentioned in 49,152 tweets, almost double the tweets that it received last year. Strategic management can be described as a set of managerial decisions and actions that determines the long-run performance of a corporation. An action is strategic when it allows a firm to become better than its competitors and when this competitive advantage can be sustained. Strategy can be looked at as deciding which games to play and playing old games better. Many strategic decisions are made around key areas like marketing and finance. The next few slides will look at the marketing and financial decisions surrounding the John Lewis Christmas advert 2013. Marketing can be described as the process by which companies create value for customers and build strong customer relationships in order to capture value from its customers in return. One decision made by the team was the team that it put together to make the campaign. This team included Adam Blades, who has previously worked for Disney on films such as The Lion King and Pocahontas. Secondly, the company chose to release the advert online before it was aired on television. John Lewis also chose the Saturday night version of ITV's The X Factor, which attracts 8 million viewers each weekend, to launch its ad. The ad took up the whole first break of the show and had to be cleared by Simon Cowell itself. This is the first time any company has ever done this. As mentioned before, finance plays a huge part of strategic decisions, whether it's about making money or spending money. During the last quarter of the year, it is estimated that retailers will spend about £390 million on advertising. John Lewis themselves are set to be spending £7 million. The ad costs £1 million to make, and the other money will be spent on airtime and other marketing campaigns. However, John Lewis are set to see returns on this. After the launch of the ad, John Lewis saw an increase in sales, and the week heading up to the 16th of November, the company took £101.4 million, 10.7% more than they took last year, and the first time the company have made over £100 million a week. John Lewis Online also saw sales rise by 23.7%. Many non-strategic decisions are about the day-to-day running of the business. One example of this is the hiring of new staff. This is often left down to the Human Resources Department. Human Resources can be described as a division of a company that is focused on activities relating to employees. These activities usually include the recruiting and hiring of new employees, orientation of the current employees, employee benefits, and retention. During the Christmas period, the stores will be in higher demand, so will require more staff. This means Human Resources will need to be on top of their game in hiring staff that will be able to do the job correctly. Other examples of non-strategic decisions is the rotors in in-store displays that wouldn't be needed around the Christmas period. Levitt said that effective global strategy is a successful practice of product standardization. However, this can be contradicted, as it could be suggested that companies should offer a broad product portfolio with many product varieties. John Lewis seemed to follow both of these ideas, as they do offer many of the same products in each of different stores and countries, but they also offer a variety of different products within this. Within any business, there is risk. Risk appetite is the amount of risk a business will accept. There are different attitudes towards risk. A risk taker is a business that likes to take risks. Risk neutral is where a business neither likes nor dislikes risks, but accepts it as part of day-to-day running of the business. And risk averse, where a company avoids risks and spends money conservatively. It could be suggested that John Lewis liked to take risks, especially within their marketing techniques. Releasing a new advert is risky, as it may not always be received in the way that they would like it to be. Releasing a new advertising campaign also means spending a lot of money, and there is a chance that this may not be returned. In conclusion, John Lewis's strategic and non-strategic decisions have many strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Some of the strengths are that ads are unique. There's not many adverts that you can look at from John Lewis that have been seen previously before. John Lewis have also become infamous for its ads. Each year there is a lot of hype around what John Lewis will be doing with their ad this year. John Lewis are also a well-known brand that people know and trust. Weaknesses could be seen that the country is still in recession and people are not spending as much money as they used to be. However, there's opportunities are that people have started spending money again, which is more than they were doing last year. They also have the possibility to open up into new markets. However, there are threats. Its competitors are also spending money on advertising. Debenhams released its first ad last year for the first time in 6 years. John Lewis is a strong organisation that makes good, strong strategic and non-strategic decisions. Looking at the SWOT analysis, it can be suggested that they use their strengths and weaknesses. in order to remain competitive.